Let's see. Larry asks, what's the biggest problem in the BrewTube community? Dun, dun, dun.
I think that there's, and it's funny because Larry and I are working on a recipe right now that's for our Discord mead, or he's made the recipe for me, and I'm reflecting already on putting out the video. The recipe list for it is long. I think a lot of the BrewTube community does not want to do something that is long, that has a lot of ingredients. Like the most successful videos are the ones that have like 4 to 5 ingredients, and they're super basic and
typically under 10 minutes.
Yeah, and there's not a lot of complexity, which is fine. Arguably, bringing people in the brew world, we want not a lot of complexity. But I think that nature makes it hard to dive deep and want to do really in-depth stuff. Because I know that my recipe that has 9 or 10 things is not going to be as successful as my, if I make an apple cinnamon mead that's just apple juice and, this specific yeast or bread yeast and, some honey and then a cinnamon stick. If somebody sees that, they're going to go, oh my gosh, I can't wait to make it. But they see, oh, I need to put apples in secondary. I'm out. So I think that's where I struggle.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we are at a point in BrewTube where we have to admit that the BrewTube universe is kind of collapsing. Where it's like YouTube. Imagine YouTube as like, or BrewTube specifically as like a star, and like we're entering like red dwarf phase.
Yeah.
Like views are down, subscriber rates are down, the market is really saturated. Yeah. So it's hard to cut through, especially if you're a new BrewTuber. It's really hard to cut through. And that sucks for those folks because there is some really good BrewTube content coming out of folks with like 100, 200 subscribers.
Yeah.
And the algorithm just punishes them because they got started too late.
Yeah.
And what it feels like is the whole thing is collapsing in on itself. And I think, at least for myself and for folks I've talked to, yourself and other BrewTubers, it feels a little bit like it's leading to some burnout where folks are like, I spend all this time and energy making these videos, and subscriber rates are down, view rates are down. It feels like I'm working so hard and getting less and less out of it every week.
Yeah. There's a great video. I don't remember the guy now.
I sent that to you like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. There's a great video. I'm sure we can eventually find the name of it. But he kind of, granted, he doesn't have a bunch of subscribers, but he hits all the
1,600 subscribers.
Yeah, hits all the points of struggling with YouTube, and it's a grind. I mean, that is the thing. It's not easy. Video game creators can sit down and play 2 hours of a video game, chop it up, and then have a week's worth of content.